Hey friends, it's Lori with Farmhouse Stencil Shop. I'm going to show you how to make another cute primitive sign or picture with this 4x4 frame that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. So I'm going to be using the Waverly chalk paint in the moss shade for this one. And for the stenciling, I'm going to use the black Americana flat paint. I'm also going to be using the Bare Premium Wood Stain in the Early American shade. So let's get started. If you caught my other video, these are pretty cool little frames. I don't think they're real wood, but I was able to sand it, so I don't know for sure what it's made out of, but it almost looks like some kind of wood. I'm going to remove that. I'm going to take the glass out, put that to the side. I'm going to sand this just a bit. I'm just going to go over it very lightly. I didn't do this on my other signs, but I'm thinking this might help the paint to stick on there a little bit better. I'm just going to give it a really light sanding. Someone had asked me, would primer work? And I think that that would work too. But the chalk paint should cover pretty well. These frames are actually pretty cute the way that they are. As you can see, they're already kind of rustic looking, but seeing as how they're just $1.25 a frame, I'm going to paint this one like I painted the others. Let me get my paint here. I just want to brush on a coat of paint, and hopefully it will cover good. I might have to go back over it twice, but that's okay. Okay, once that is dry, I'm going to take my little sander and I'm just going to gently sand off a few random spots. I'm not going to sand the whole thing because it's not real wood, I don't believe, and it doesn't seem to want to sand great. So I'm just going to hit a few spots and that's it. I feel like that's good enough, just like that. So now I'm going to grab some gloves and I'm going to open my stain and I'm going to stain it and get that out of the way. The stain will darken the green up just a little bit, but it shouldn't be too much. It looks really drastic when I'm first putting it on, but when I wipe it off, it shouldn't be that much of a change. You want to wipe it on and wipe it off really good. Okay, so staining or painting and staining the frame is the hardest part of this project. That's the part that takes the longest. So I'm going to set that to the side and I'm going to get to the stenciling. I'm just going to, actually before I do the stenciling, I'm going to show you what I do with this part. So you're going to want that, and you're going to want a little piece of fabric, and I picked this one. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay this on my fabric, and I'm going to take a Sharpie, and I'm just going to draw my square like that. Perfect. And then I'm going to cut that out. Okay, so I'm going to want to take some Mod Podge. Just brush on some Mod Podge. Just cover it, but it doesn't have to be really thick. You just want enough where your fabric will stick to it. And then just put your fabric on top. So that part is finished, and that's so easy. See? I'm going to put that to the side, and now I'm going to do my stenciling. I have this little piece of cardstock, and it should fit nicely on the center, but I found the cardstock from Dollar Tree and those packs of craft papers. That's where I got that as well. So what I did was I ripped it so it would have like more of a jagged edge, and my words should fit right on top of there. So I'm going to use a little bit of black paint to stencil on my letters. You want to just dab your little sponge in your paint and then dab it off on a paper towel. Offload all excess paint. See, you can stencil on paper too. You don't have to have a board every single time. Okay, that should be good. Perfect. Okay, so it says Old Crocs, and now I'm going to take a little fine tip brush and I'm going to paint those little bridges. Can't see very well because I have the camera kind of in front of me. Really easy and simple. Once I'm done with that part, then I'm going to take the Kills sealing wax, and I'm going to go around the edges of this little, made a mess, the edges of this little sign. I think I got it too dark. Oh no, I hope I didn't get it too dark. Guess we'll see how it goes. I didn't want that much on there. So you don't have to do it that dark, and you don't have to do this step at all. You could probably just skip it. I really just... I'm going to go ahead and... I got a little carried away with it. I'm going to kind of brush it on the rest of it a little bit. That black paint does dry pretty quickly. I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to put some more Mod Podge on the back of it. Yeah. And then just place it into your frame. You don't have to paint the back of your frame unless you just really want to. And that's it. I think it turned out really cute. That's all there is to it. Let me know what you think.